everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Opening week in the NFL is an exciting time for everybody, including these two teams here today. It's the Bills going up against the Ravens. With that, time to get up to Baltimore, Maryland, as I'm pleased to introduce our new broadcast team for 2016. Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, the opener of the 2016 NFL season between the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens. After the torn ACL last year, a return for Justin Forsett. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
I know we always worry about when a running back is over the age of 30, but Justin Forsett didn't have a lot of carries prior to 2 seasons ago.
And last year, you remember, of course, he missed 6 games with a broken arm. Of course, the Ravens, they had a litany of injuries in 2015.
They missed his 1,266 yards he gave them in 2014. Second and 1, and people wanted to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. No gain, and it's second down. Time to meet the offensive starters, and time for us to introduce you. You already know him, but Justin Forsett.
His face goes on the poster of those who just need an opportunity. A backup for much of his career. Once he received the chance to be a #1 runner, he's taken it and moved on fast.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And incomplete here on 3rd down. He was trying to get it to Steve Smith that time. And that's going to make it 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So McCoy adding to his yardage total in this one. Last year, 895 yards in his first season in Buffalo. Of course, he had, Charles, 4,000-yard years in Philadelphia.
And you know the man they call Shady wants to throw some shade at the Eagles for ever letting him go. He wants a big year in 2016.
Again, it's McCoy. And some room to work. And a cutback to the sideline. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, 55 yards. And the Bills have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. Flacco here on second down. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. First down, this is Forsett. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They come out here in the eye. Now Flacco. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Third down. Here's Forsett. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front? Creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility.
Muscles him off. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 20, 10, 5, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, 98 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown.
I think we probably ought to avoid the tape review of this one, right? I mean, we don't want to sit in there and listen to what his teammates are going to say. He went that far and didn't score a touchdown.
Well, it's one where if they win, they poke the bear a little bit. If you don't win, it could be a sore subject. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. On the return, the old reliable Devin Hester, the veteran. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
The drive begins with a run by Forsett. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They go play action here on first down. It's caught. Kamar Aiken. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Second down, Flacco now. To the sideline, and a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Caught left side, Gilmore. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. On second down, Flacco to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Flacco, that's caught at the 2. It's a gain of 5. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On the sneak, here's Flacco. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Bills' goal line stand is going to get him the football back. Now the Bills' offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Terrell Suggs, a good sight there, back from another Achilles injury last season. He's able to get in and make the play. Second down following the run. They'll come out in the pistol. On second down, it's McCoy. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. Now Taylor back into his end zone. Left side here, caught by Clay. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
Here we go.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
You remember Timmy Jernigan at Florida State. His stoutness that was so impressive there, it still comes into play in the NFL, doesn't it?
If you call stout 300 pounds, and I do, then yes.
Used it well on that play and made a nice tackle for a loss.
Offense needs something here on second down. It is second and long. Watkins alone on the left side. On second down, here's Taylor. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. D'Anthony Thomas, the intended receiver. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. And the dreaded 3rd and long here for the offense.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Clay. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
Let's go.
Throwing now, Taylor on first down. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
He may have had some offseason foot surgery, but that hasn't prevented Sammy Watkins from being Sammy Watkins, and that's special.
And when we see him before the game running the route tree, it looked like the same Sammy Watkins to me that we saw a year ago.
Yeah, and I think he's going to just keep getting better and better. I love his explosiveness off the line of scrimmage.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Lawrence Guy in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. One man in the backfield. That's McCoy. On second down, Taylor. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that one. And that's going to bring up a third down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
Here we go.
They go back to the ground with McCoy. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here.
Here we go.
They'll go again to McCoy. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Let's go.
Taylor now to throw on 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Offense has been out there a while. This is their 14th play in this series.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. When we sat with the coaching staff a couple of days ago, they said attacking that defensive look with a run, something they wanted to do, it was effective.
And they were extremely confident, weren't they? Their planning, their preparation, they knew what they were going to get in that defense, and they were able to attack it accordingly.
Here we go.
From the red zone now, here's Taylor on 1st down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Come on, let's go. Here we go.
Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. Pass incomplete. He was looking for Charles Clay as tight end. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. So on 4th down, here comes a field goal unit for the Bills, led by Dan Carpenter. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Carpenter knocks it through, and the Bills will add on to their lead. It's a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
And that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Blue 45.
On 1st down, Flacco. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. He usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
10 yards still left on 2nd down. Now a toss. This is Forsett. Forsett hit. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And here come the Bills. And with great field position here, chance for some points before the break.
That's prime real estate. Just have to decide how they want to try and take their shot to try and put those points on the board.
And Carpenter knocks it through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. So it shifts past him. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And some room to maneuver. It's a big run there by McCoy. 46 yards. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Second and 10 now. It's Taylor. And this is taking him one-handed. What a catch. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in the diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
10th carry now for McCoy. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bills will extend their lead. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. They start on the ground with Forsett, fighting through, and he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
Flacco here on second down. Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose. Then he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. And now out come the Bills. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that
he would have kept it on the ground.
We got chips over here. Come on, let's go. What? 90.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Taylor. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Here we go. Flex round. Ohio. Here we go. What? 90. Hot. 90.
2nd and 10, it's Taylor again. This is caught. Watkins. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Let's go. What? 90.
They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
Another pistol look here.
Let's go.
They'll try again with McCoy. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
On 3rd and goal, Taylor. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Sammy Watkins, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this will be a touchback, so a first chance here in week 1 to see the ball be brought out with the new rule to the 25-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Off the draw from Flacco, it's for Sam. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Yeah, I think the blitz there really disrupted the draw.
Yeah, and it's usually when you catch them in a blitz, the draw works pretty well. If you're the offensive coordinator right now, that's visor throwing time, isn't it? Because that's supposed to work in a big way.
So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10.
Got trips, got 3. Check.
Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. Looking here for Smith down, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Steve Smith, 74 yards. And the Ravens cut into that lead. And that was touchdown pass number 1 of the season for Joe Flacco, back out there looking good.
And I think that people may look at him in a different light now because Joe Flacco has a Super Bowl ring. People always wonder, is he an elite quarterback? How about the return from the ACL injury last year to be ready to go opening week? Phenomenal rehab job by him and the training staff.
Penalty marker is down here. One man in the backfield. That's McCoy. On first down, it's Taylor. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On first and 10, it's Taylor. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it'll give the Bills a first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Key to tight end. 4 down. Come on,
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a solid run down inside the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now Taylor going to hand this one off to McCoy. And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
This seems almost like a mathematical equation here. LaShawn Shady McCoy goes for big yards running the ball. His team is winning the game. Seems to work out pretty well, doesn't it?
Works out very well. The pride of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, doing his thing again. Here's Taylor to throw. He hits Greg, complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Let's go.
Now they'll try and run the sweep to McCoy. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
They were stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd down.
Could be a blitzer.
Now it's Taylor to the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
All right, say it with me now. A lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty?
Yep.
Wiley? Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names.
You name it. Has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch.
And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. A lot of times, Charles, when you see guys miss easy ones like this, you can attribute a lot of that to the sharp angle.
You sure can. You've got to shift your aim a little left or right. And here, he just kicks this one straight on, and it doesn't have enough cut to it, so it winds up off the upright.
On first down, Flacco. Catch left side here by Aiken. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Hey. You got 3. Ready.
The pitch comes to Forsett, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll lead here to a third down.
Ringo. Check. Ready.
Flacco looks to throw, and he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's fourth down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Here we go. Fourth down, fourth quarter. Flacco. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. And the Bills getting set to go. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
He was trying to get it to LaShawn McCoy, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
They go now to McCoy. He's seen a ton of action this afternoon. And he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going. Want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football.
Watkins alone on the left side. On second down, Taylor. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and just like that, it's third down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Third down now following the completed pass.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. This is caught. Watkins. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Dan Carpenter now for the Bills field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Carpenter knocks it through, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Hey, 17, George, watch 17.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 2nd down, Flacco to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Mike Wallace, the intended receiver. And they're going to have a 3rd down. 3rd down and 4.
Trip. Don't let 89
3rd down, Flacco from the gun. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Kamar Aiken, the intended receiver. And it'll be 4th down.
But they're certainly being aggressive here. It's like being a sprinter in a 100-meter dash, exploding out of the blocks, trying to push the ball downfield. Guaranteed this defense better be on their toes. They're going to be tested all game.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
3 down. Under.
Here we go with Forsett. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Taylor with a give to McCoy. And there's a flag on the play. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On second, Taylor hit. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So the fumble recovery, now Flacco to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's the rookie from Ohio State, Adolphus Washington. In there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Second down, Flacco now. Now a desperation throw deep, and that's caught inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
Flacco, complete to Gilmore, over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Second down now after the pass completion.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yards.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nickel Roby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment. And to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. 2nd and 5.
Double tight, guys, double tight. We got 4. We got 4. Come on, let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38. 57, Mike 57. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Now a 20th carry here for McCoy. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
And a Week 1 victory always feels good. Starting the season off on the right foot, very important.
And what does every coach preach? Being 1-0 each weekend, especially on opening weekend.
So for the Bills, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.